What's up, all you car museum lovers? You are not gonna believe where I'm at in the middle of the Arizona desert. Just south of Phoenix, off the 8, is the Dwarf Car Museum. Let me just tell you something. You don't even know that all these cars are one of one. They are dwarfed. So if you are a classic car lover and you know the names of these cars and the makes and the models, you know, look at those little slots. Wow. We're gonna take you around and show you these cars. These are exact replicas. He even makes the steering wheels, the dashboards, the interiors, the wheels. How are you gonna make the wheels? Look at these cars. Man, that's like a two-door over there. Look at this exact replica of a Mercury. Look at that 40 dwarfed Mercury. Wow, let me just tell you something. Wow. This is outside of his house right there. He's right there. If you want to meet the guy, the myth, the legend, the guy who builds all these from scratch. Really, 84-year-old right there, right there. Look at that. Look how much memorabilia he got. Look at this place. He got every magazine, been in every magazine. He's one of a kind. Nobody in their right mind would get all these metal bending, fabrication, wheel making tools to build. Look at all the trophies. Look at all these cool cars. This is outside of his house. This is his collection. I have my collection, he has his collection. Mine doesn't look like this. He decided to make everything dwarf. Not midget, dwarf. So, look at these. Look at that C-cab right there. You could sit right here and you can watch him. You can do the whole tour right there. He'll show you how to make a wheel. Really, how cool is this? These cars are exact replicas, except dwarfed. Think about that. Just think about that. You gotta build the radiator shrouds. Look, cut those, build those, bend those. That's incredible. Let me just tell you something. That is incredible. I wish I knew exactly what I was looking at. 42 Ford.
My first job was right downtown.
Look at
Frank Jackson Garage. I was working as a apprentice mechanic.
When you look at these, you go, hey, they're kind of small, but look at this. Look at this. And then you got to make the dwarf look. It says dwarf. Look at that, man. It's 3-window. I just wish I knew exactly what I was looking at. Oh, look at the cigarette machine. Look at all the pictures and articles. That's so cool. 3-window. Wow, look at all the machines out here. You gotta have machines and metal, every kind of metal. I love metal, but rear ends, look, he's got little welded rear ends. Look at that machine. How much does that cost to bend something? You need propane tanks, acetylene tanks. Oh, tire changer. Oh, wow, look at all the metal. Oh, look at all the metal to bend. Zillions of dollars, motor hanging around, like the work area. Man, look at that monster compressor right here, and the jack, the grinder wheels. If you're a fabricator like me, you appreciate all of this stuff. All of this stuff. Look, this is how he makes the wheel, and then he's got to make the spokes. That's crazy. And then he's got some motorcycles. Look at that. The old school. Old school. I remember that Yamaha right over there. Look at all the motors. He's got some guns. Oh, you remember that thing? I remember that thing. Look, he's got some toys. Look at all the antique tools. Wow, he's 84 years old. So the wood planers. Look at that. Wow, the old Singer typewriters. Look at the tools hanging up there. He's got some cool collectibles in there. I love that. Hanging up. Got some aluminum heads. Wow, right? Look, this is the first Dwarf race car. Some people would have the midgets, but he got the Dwarf. Look at this 34 Ford with a boat on the back. He built a little boat, matched it already. Look, you got to get good at painting the flames, putting in different motors, building spoke wheels, big monster welders. Look at that. Wow. Look at his whole life on the wall. Whole life, everything he loved, Dwarf. Dwarf. This whole thing is called Dwarf. I don't know what this is. I hope this is a Dwarf tractor. It is. I mean, it's pretty small, so I guess it should be actually way bigger than me, really. Like the video's still going. There's that Dwarf race car he shows you. Look at all the stuff up here. That's so cool. Look, they're closing me in over here. Just me in the video. Everybody got to see your whole life now. All in a good 10 minutes. All on the walls. And what?
It's quite a life.
It's quite a life,
You
isn't
bet.
it? Really.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's our Ernie.
Yeah. And for everybody, that's Ernie right there. Say hi, Ernie. Hi. When you come over here, you give them $5. You say hi to Ernie. You see the most incredible stuff you ever seen. I will see you guys on the next Dwarf adventure.